Summer work. All right. I am going to share my screen with you. All right. We'll talk about summer work. All right. Summer work. All right. Soon to be seventh graders. All right. Summer work. All right. Whole reason of summer work is so you don't get into this. They have what we call summer slump. Right? It usually takes 2 months to get out of summer slump. It's just like all you sports people that play hockey and baseball and soccer and even dance and theater. If you don't practice it, you lose it. Right? You're not going to come up to a basketball court and start throwing 3-pointers just out of nowhere. You got to keep practicing it. And what the summer assignments do is keep you in gear. Just a little practice. We're going to do, for you guys, 7th grade, going into 7th grade, it's the easiest summer work ever. You have to read one book, Refugee, and you got to do Khan Academy. That's it. Well, you do have a reading project. Right? Let's talk about this. Right? Khan Academy. Hopefully you had time to watch my videos. Right? Kind of walks you through going to Khan Academy. Khan Academy is a little different this year because we're going by percentage. We'll talk about this percentage thing in a second. So for Khan Academy, right, we're going to go over here to 6th grade mission. Right, here's your 6th grade mission that you have to do. Looks just like this. This is what they call the learner's page, the top level, right? It doesn't say unit here. It says math and then 6th grade. That's the page you want to see what your percentage is. Right now, I'm at 27%, right? I'm at 27%, right? And if you did Khan Academy English last year, looks very similar, and I walked through it in the video, so I don't want to spend a lot of time with that. But your goal is at 50%. Let's talk about that 50%, though. It's a little different for each one of you. Let's go back here. I want you to do 50, for most of you, it's pretty much 50%. I want you to do 50% more than where you're at today. And where you're at today is up here on the board. So you're not too far off, right? Most of you got 1%, so you got to do 51%. Not a big deal, right? You're going to get at least 3% over the next couple days, right? Because I want you to log on to Khan Academy. I want you to do at least 1% more. 1% more than you already have. So Abigail Doobie, if you have 1% right now, I need you to do 2% by tomorrow. I need you to do 3% by Wednesday, and I need you to do 4% by Thursday. And it's not very hard. It's basically one lesson, right? You can do it. Jaden, you're already at 3%. So your goal for the summer is 53%, right? That's basically how this is going to work, right? So over the next 3 days, the whole goal is to make sure you know how to do it, how to walk around it, right? Usually I have you in the computer lab where we'll go through this, or here in the classroom, but I can't do that. But I want to make sure that you can all log on so you have no problems with that before we all disperse to the ends of the earth for summer, right? I know a lot of you have different summer camps going on. You got to go away with the grandparents. You're going to Florida. You're going, there's a ton of things you guys do over the summer. And somewhere you got to fit in this summer work, right? So I want to make sure that you're at least set up so that wherever you end up spending the summer, you can jump on here, right? All right, so that's kind of Khan Academy in a nutshell. 50% more than you're starting with today, right? Even the next 3 days count for you, right? Next 3 days count towards your summer work. All right, the book, right? Alan Kratz, The Refugee, right? So you have this reading project. We've got a new English teacher this year, right? So not just doing chapter summaries like we did last year, right? She's giving you an option. She's giving you an option. Right? Make sure my chat's working here. Give me 1 second here. I see someone's chatting, but I don't have my chat window open. Oh, yeah. You say it says that, where Sandra's saying she didn't start any yet, right? But last year, Sandra, you probably did some Khan Academy. That's why it's showing up here, right? That's why it's showing up here, right? You might have done a little bit of it, right? You just didn't even realize you did it. That's why it's at 1%. Right? Back to Alan Kratz, refugee. All right, so new English teacher, new summer program. Right? Give yourself some time to do these projects. Right? One, you got to write a newspaper article. Right? Look at each one of these and make sure you understand what you're going to do. Right? You have to pick one of them. Got a newspaper article, highlight the main events of the book, the main character's plot. There must also be a second. So you're going to actually literally create a newspaper page, right? A little creativity for you, right? Choose at least one quote to incorporate into your article. So basically, it's still at least one page of work that you need to do, right? The next one's a book report, kind of very similar to what you've been doing for book reports, a page and a half typed, right? I would say not to do the interview one. It's the hardest one, I think, out of all of them. You have to come up with the questions that you would fictitiously ask the author, and then you have to fictitiously answer yourself as the author. Sounds real, and you still have to do a page and a half of that. That's a lot of creativity, right? That would be one I would shy away from. And then the poster. Right? The poster must include a timeline of the key events, a collage of items. I kind of like this one the best. Right? We'll start doing this one right now. Right? There also needs to be a summary of the book and a background on the author. Also, there needs to be a section on the poster displaying the major themes in the novel and how the theme is relevant. Right? Probably the easiest one out of all of them. Still needs some work. Still some creativity in there. She's not taking PowerPoints. She's not taking Google Slides, right? So you got basically 3 possible Word documents. You got the newspaper article as a Word document or a Google Doc. Book report's a Google Doc. The interview would be a Google Doc. And then you got the poster one, right? It's got basically 4 choices, right? No PowerPoint or Google Slides. This is going to be your first grade rolling into English, right? If you need to, please, if you have questions on any of this for the reading piece of it, right, please email Mrs. Frost, right? Email Mrs. Frost. I'll type in at sjscanton.org. Let me make sure I got her email address correct. Right? This is to everyone, right? This is Mrs. Frost's email address, right? Put it over in the text, just so you have it. All right. Back over here. All right. Expectations for this week. This week, right? Got to log into Khan Academy. Make sure you can log into Khan Academy with your school Google credentials. I showed you how to do that in the video, right? Shouldn't be unusual for you. You've done this 2 years now. Here comes the 3rd, right? Some of you new people that hadn't done it last year because they just showed up, please watch that video I sent you already, all right? It'll show you how to walk through it. Complete at least 1% more of the mission each day. So like I said, you're already at 1%. Tomorrow I want you to be at 2%. Wednesday I want you to be at 3%, and then 4% for Thursday. All right? Email me any concerns or questions you have. Now's the time to do it before we all scatter to different places. Right? Let me know if you're having issues with logging on, computer issues, internet issues, Khan Academy issues, don't understand how it's laid out, all of those things. Let me know by Friday. Right? Let's talk about the summer. So that's this week. Not too hard. Let's talk about this summer. Plan ahead, right? One of the things that you need to learn while you're here at middle school is organizing your work, understanding what you need to do, and come up with a plan to do it, right? You are not going to be able to do this work the last week before we go to school. Do you hear me, Will? You can't do it the day before we come back to school. It's just not going to happen. You won't do well, Will. Trust me. All right? Let me change a few things. You don't have extra math. All right? So you got to come up with a plan, all right, to do a little each week. The refugee is 352 pages. Already looked it up for you. That means there's only 11 weeks in the summer this year, starting after June 12th. So that means you only have about 10 weeks to read this book. That's 35 pages a week. You should be able to do it. You should be able to do it. That leaves you 1 week to do a nice job with the project. You take good notes along the way. If you bookmark along the way important things, important characters, highlight all those things you've learned in English, right, and put forward here, the project should come together pretty nicely, right? Figure out which project you want to do, whether you want to do the book report, whether you want to do the poster. That way, when you're going through the book, you can pick out those ideas and write them down somewhere to go, oh, I got to come back to page 52. There was a good quote I liked, or, oh, this is the character that is in chapter 2, all those kind of things. It's your first grade. It's your first grade coming into English. Start out with an A, right? You can do it. The hard part is a lot of you guys go off everywhere and you leave this to the end. That's not good, right? You're not going to read a 352-page book in a week. It's just not going to happen. And do a project. It's not going to look pretty, right? Khan Academy, right? 50% of the mission, right? 50% more of whatever you are at right now, right? You need to do at least 20 minutes a day. Some of you I've seen banking out. They sat there for an hour and did them, right? An hour a day, did pretty well with it. It still tends, as 50% of the mission still tends to be about 800 minutes, which is 13 hours. So, well, there's only 11 weeks. So that means you need to do a little more than an hour a week to get there, right? Some of you will blow through this, right? You'll just sit there and you'll be done with your summer work in no time, right? Others, you're gonna do like, let's see, I think, Will, you did like 1 minute every day last year. I only pick on Will because I watched Will last summer. I'm like, really, Will, 1 minute? You need to put some time into this so that you do well with it, right? 20 minutes a day, it'll get you there. It won't feel so bad, but you got to kind of put yourself into it and go, all right, I'm going to read some of these books, these pages before I go to bed, and I got to get 20 minutes to Khan Academy, right? Just so you're set up well for when you get to class in September. Stop sharing. Questions. That's all you got. You got a book and Khan Academy to do and a project. You guys can do this, right? Do it well, right? Don't wait till the last minute. It gets really hard at the end of the year, right? Or end of the summer, and you're like, haven't done anything, Philip. Haven't done anything. Plan ahead, right? You guys had it finishing well this year, right? Talking to teachers the other day, like the 6th graders, really, they've done well with this COVID, distant learning thing, right? So keep it going with the summer work, right? Start hitting at it a little piece at a day, and it won't look that bad, right? Questions from anybody? That's really I got today. It's a quick one. Just wanted to kind of touch base, expectations, what I need to do this week, and then what I need you to do for the summer. Concerns, questions. If you have questions, please email me along the way. Do not wait till September 1st and say, I didn't understand. That's a 0 if I see one coming, right? Again, giving you plenty of opportunities. You all know my email address, right? I'm pretty good at responding pretty quickly, so please let me know. Anything else? Questions, concerns? Do you like my background? That's how the summer's going to look for me all summer long. So luckily we have good Wi-Fi here on the beach. All right. Nothing else. I'll let you go. Get after it. You guys still got a whole week to go. I saw your calendar already this week. You got a full load of classwork. I can see it already. I went on Google Classroom. I'm like, wow, sixth graders got some work to do this week, right? So get after it, right? All right, everybody, take care.